Welcome back everybody to Professor Seemo. This is our first video about network topologies or networking in general. Today we're going to create a topology. Basically, it's just two networks, even actually three networks. We'll see how it's going to be. I assume you saw the shape of the network and the thumbnail. Basically, it will teach us how to ping or make two devices from different networks communicate with each other. Okay, let's choose a color for the first one. Let's give it blue color. Okay, alright. Then we have the first network on the left. It's not filled. None. Okay, let's this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, alright. Here is first network. Here is, let's change the color of the second one. We have remove this from here. Here's the second one. Okay. Now let's set up topology. We'll have two 911 router for this network and another one for this network. We'll have for the switch, we'll use a 2960 switch for this network and one for this network. Now for end devices, we'll be using a PC in here, PC in here, another PC here, another PC over there. Alright. Now let's give them names and addresses. For this network, we will call it let's call it Professor Seemo network. Let's call it Professor Seemo office network. And for this one, let's give it Professor Seemo home network. Right. Now let's give it a network address for this one. A network address of 192.168.10.0, subnet mask of 24, or like 255. So this is our subnet mask for this network. Okay, that's network address of that network and network address of this network. Network address will be 192.168.11.0 slash 24 255.0. Alright, yeah, let's move it from here. Alright, yeah. Okay, now let's connect them with each other. We'll use a straight through cable between the PC and the switch. Another straight through cable between the other PC and the switch. We're using a straight through cable because they're different devices, the pins match. Okay, for the router, we'll use the gig 00 port interface for the local network, and because here and for the network between the two routers, we'll be using crossover cable. This one. because we have the same pins. Okay, between we'll use the 0, 1 port in this network to communicate with the 0, 1 port of this network. Okay, same thing on the right side. PC1 switch, PC3 with the switch, and the switch with the router. As we said, we use 0, 0 to communicate with the internal network. Alright, now let's give them addresses for, let's start with the router. Okay, let's go to the CLI. To go to the CLI, just click on the router, click CLI, it's the command line interface of the router, click say no, okay. Now write the enable command, and let's go to the global interface command, global interface mod, configure terminal, conft. Okay, now let's first make the internal network work first. As you said, it's the interface G00, right? Let's give it an IP address. I'll give it an IP address of 192.168.10.254. Oh, yeah. And don't forget the subnet mask 255.0. Alright. Now let's give our PCs, let's say, that's our default gateway, by the way. The default gateway is the router's IP address. Default gateway, it was 192.168.10.154. Now we have PC0, and I'll give it an IP address 192.168.10.1/24, or a subnet mask of 255. Also, this one is /24. Now for PC2, it will be 192.168.10.2/24. Alright, let's move this up here. Alright, okay. Go to the first PC, go to desktop, IP configuration, choose static, and the IP address, as we mentioned over here on the right, it will be 192.168.10.2.1. Just click enter, it will set the subnet mask by default. Don't forget your default gateway for later use. As you said, it's 192.168.10.254. Alright, that's it for this one. And go to PC2, desktop, IP configuration, give, okay, 2. Alright, and the default gateway 254. Alright, also I forgot to enable the interface of the router, if just in case. Go to interface G00 and read the command no shutdown. Okay, as you can see, now it will turn green. Let's test this local network. I'll try to ping PC2 with the router. Go to command prompt, ping 192.168.10.254. As you can see, successful pings. They are communicating with each other successfully. Let's even try pinging the PC from the router. Ping 192.168.10.254. 10.1, and as you can see, we have 4 exclamation marks. An exclamation mark means a successful ping, and a dot means a non-successful ping, or basically just ARP. In this case, this is an ARP request. If I ping again, I will have 5 exclamation marks. Alright? Now let's do the same thing for the network on the right. First, we will go to the router, or first let's just set our network up here on the right. Default gateway, which is basically our router's IP address, or basically just 192.168.11.254, and a subnet mask of 24 or 255.255.255.0. PC1 will have an IP address of 192.168.11.1/24, and PC3 will have an IP address of 192.168.11.2/24. Okay, gateway. Let's specify here actually, just in case, G0, 0. Okay, even let's say tier 2. Okay. Okay, let's begin. First, go to your router, CLI, press say no, press enter 2 or 3 times, the enable command to go to the privileged exit mode, then conft or configure terminal to go to the global configuration mode. Now from here you can go to the interface G00, and first give it an IP address, of as you said, 192.168.11.254, and a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. And don't forget to enable it, basically no shutdown. The no command cancels the command before it, okay? No shutdown. Okay, as you can see it in orange, everything, it means it's working. Now go to PC1, IP configuration, and again, okay, sorry about that, 192.168.11.11. This is for PC1, it's .1, and don't forget your subnet mask. The subnet mask is 254. Now PC3, go to desktop, IP configuration, enter the IP address. PC3, we said it's 11.2, and don't forget your default gateway 254. Alright, now let's try pinging the router. Let's try pinging the PC from the router, and to go to the type the end command to go to the privileged exit one. From here you can try pinging your PC 192.168.11.1 and sending 5. As you can see, for exclamation marks 1.40R. Let's ping it again. Working ping. Let's try pinging the router from the PC. Ping 192.168.11.254, and let's wait for a reply. As you can see, 4 replies. Alright, now if we try to ping PC1 to PC2, when you like, let's talk about the default gateway for now. Before going there, actually, let's set up the network between the 2 routers. Okay. Let's write something here. Let's call this the office home network. Let's give router 0 or 0 interface G01 an IP address. First, let's give this network a network address, right? What's our network address? Let's say it's 10.10. Let's say maybe 192.168 dot 100.0. Okay, this is a class uh, a class C address. Class B. Sorry, we're gonna check that again. Okay, basically /24 address. Okay, for router 0, it's G01 interface going to have a network address, an IP address of 192.168.100.1, and for R1, router 1, interface G01 will have an IP address of 192.168.100.2 /24, of course, for this one, and for this one too. Alright, okay, let's take this down. Okay, let's go to the CLI of router 0 or 0. Okay, here we are on router 0. As you can see here, our network. First, let's go to the global mode. Basically, conf t and go to the interface interface G01, as I said. Let's give it an IP address of 192.168.100.1. Oh, don't forget the select mask again. Okay, no shutdown. No shutdown. Okay. Okay. Some tips or like commands that you might have to know here, and that would be helpful are the do command, for example. Here, as there are some commands that you can't run in different modes. Like now, I'm in the config global configuration mode. I can't run the show commands, for example. Not all show commands work in the configuration mode. I have this command called do. Do basically helps me run commands that can be run on the privileged exec mode. So instead of going exit, or end to go into privileged mode, you can just stay in this mode, just do. Now this command, like now we can write any command that works in the privileged exec mode. For example, you have this command, show IP interface brief, to see your IP address for the interfaces, the status of each interface. Okay, as you can see, this command, the protocol is down, status is up. Okay. Let's see. First, let's go to router 1 and go to global configuration mode. Conf t interface G01 IP address of 192. Okay, 192.168, 192.168.102.255.255.255.0. No shut down. Alright, let's for this one, let's actually go to the privileged exec mode and do the show IP int brief, show IP interface brief. As you can see, up. Let's go back to this router. Let's do it again. See, up. Protocol was down because the interface of the second router wasn't on. Alright. Now let's try it and see if they're working. Okay, let's go to privileged exec mode. Ping 192.168.100.2. And as you can see, we have a successful ping over here. Let's even try pinging the other router from here. ping 192.168, sorry for that, 168.100.1, and you can see 5 exclamation marks, which means 5 successful pings. But now let's go back to our issue, which is now what happens when I try to ping uh, an IP address in another network, like ping 192.168.10.1. Destination host unreached, as you can see, which means we have a problem. So what's going on is first the PC will send the ping command, the ping packet to the switch. The switch will see which device has this IP address. If it doesn't have the IP address, it might send an ARP protocol. And if no devices are here, actually no, the switch will see which MAC address has this IP address. If it doesn't know, it will just um, send it to the default gateway. Now the uh, default gateway, it just sees if it has any. Um, if the default gateway knows what to do with this packet once it reaches it, okay. But it doesn't have that IP address. The router doesn't know that IP address. So what should it do? It will just drop it. So what we can do is go to. We can start with router one. Go to router one. Go to global configuration one. Conf t. Type me this command. IP route. Now the network address of Professor Seemo Office Network, which is 192.168.10.0 with subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Yeah, also, don't forget, uh, now you have IP route. Once you get an IP address with this subnet mask, forward it or send it via the G01 interface. Okay, to confirm, show IP route. As you can see, invalid input, because this show command can only be run in the privileged exec mode. So Control A to go to the beginning of the line, use the do command, and as you can see, it works. And we can see here a static route. Static means that we have added it manually. 192.168.10.0 directly connected, gigabit 01. Alright? Now let's do the same thing with router 0. Router 0. Okay. Go to the global configuration mode, conf t IP route 192.168.11.0.255.255.255.0. And now the interface G01. Let's do show IP route, and as you can see here, 192 directly connected directly via G01, and S means static, manually added. Let's try pinging again, PC1 on the right with PC2 on the left. Okay, PC2, ping 192.168.11.1. Let's see if it will work. Okay, we have request and out for the first one, and the second one. Okay, this means it was successful. The first two were lost because of the ARP protocol. As you can see, we now have two local area networks that can ping each other, 192.168.10.1 Let's wait and see what's going to happen. Okay, this is for the ARP as we have seen before. Let's do it again. Deploy. And congratulations, now you have a network, two networks that can ping each other. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this, uh, more networking videos, please leave a comment, share, and subscribe for more videos to learn and watch. Thanks for watching again. We'll see you in the next video.